Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I wanted to show you how you could make a junk journal using a gift bag. This was one that I found at Walmart. I love it. So beautiful. One side has some glitter on it, and then the other side is the same but with no glitter. And you could pick up, this was 98 cents at Walmart. You could also pick up beautiful bags at the Dollar Tree. This one I love because if you fold it in half, it makes a perfect journal cover. So I thought I could get 2 journals out of this. Plus I have ribbon, I have a tag, and then these papers here that I could use as well. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make one. If you'd like to know how to do that, just stick around. Gather together some scrapbook papers, some book pages, dyed papers and ledger papers. I have a napkin and like a vintage wrapping paper here. So just gather different items that you'd like to make with your pages. Grab a gift bag. You might even have one in your stash already. And let's make.
Starting off, you want to take your gift bag and unfold it till it's open. And then you just want to start cutting your panels. What I did was I went down the middle of the side because I wanted to use that pink part, half of it, for the inside pocket of the journal cover. So I'm just going to go along and cut on that bottom edge there. I'll clean it up later with my paper trimmer. It's a little tough at the bottom because there is a piece of chipboard down at the bottom of the bag. And I'll cut on the other side down the middle as well. So now I'm just going to cut or pull out that ribbon. And I do use the ribbon later on for tags, so save all these little bits and pieces and then fold out that part, and I went ahead and trimmed that off with my scissors. Some of the extra pink parts I did use later for some tags, and you will see those tags in my next video coming out tomorrow, where I do the full flip through of everything. So I'm just cutting away some of the extra parts down there. And now I'm just going to use my paper trimmer and even off that edge there on both ends. And I want the pink sides to be just little side tucks, so I'm just going to cut off a little bit of it so they're not as wide. I took off about 1 inch or so. Now I'm going to use the striped paper and cut it down to the size of the middle part of that, and then that will be the inside cover. And I'll go ahead, I'll make it just a little bit smaller, maybe just a little sliver smaller, and then I will sew all the way around that whole entire thing. And I used a zigzag stitch, and I put it at about a 3.5 inch length as far as the stitch length goes. Go ahead and fold the inner part first and then the outside part. Now there is the hole at the top there, but that I covered up with some lace, so you don't even You don't have to worry about that part. So I'll sew all the way around. The book is about 7 3/4 tall and 7 3/4 wide, so that is what you want to cut all your pages down. You do it a little bit smaller maybe. At least make them 7 3/4 tall, and then if you want to make the width of your papers a little bit just shy of 7 3/4 wide, then you can fold them in half and they'll be the perfect size. So this one, I cut a piece that was 7 1/4 wide from that scrapbook paper, and then I'm folding it up to make a pocket, and then I folded it in half and then cut off corners there, as you can see, just to make 2 little pockets on the inside. So that'll fit right in. So about 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. And then if you want to add in side tucks or pockets, then you just leave the paper there. So this one I cut down to 7 3/4 wide, and now I'm just going to fold each end in to make side pockets. Now I'm just going to go through my papers and cut them down to those dimensions again, even out the edges, and then I can go ahead and fold them all to fit in my book. Next thing we're going to do is assemble our pages in the order. So I like to put mine in stacks with the scrapbook paper and then plain papers, extras, and then book pages. So then I just keep going down the line. I start with one of the scrapbook papers, add in a few, like 1 or 2 of the plain, and then a book page, and then just kind of alternate. This can be however you want to be, whatever order you'd like it to be in. If you think there are some pages that are a little bit too wide, you can go in and trim them at this time, if that's the way you like them. I don't mind having staggered edges sometimes if it's not too you know, if it's not too drastic. But I know there are some people that like them all to be the same. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking the extras and I'm just going to go in and add belly bands and pockets and anything extra, side tucks or whatever. So I'm just trimming down pieces now. I'm going to add a belly band to this outside page here. And then I just like to take paper clips and paper clip it all together and then take it all over at the same time to my sewing machine and sew everything in at the same time.
Alright, so I just wanted to show you how I finished off this book. I just did a simple pamphlet stitch here. If you don't know how to do that, I will try and link a video down below.
The final size of this book was 4 inches wide by 8 inches tall. The inner pages I made 7 3/4 inches tall, and I cut the paper 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. I really love how this book turned out, so I hope you go ahead and head over to my Etsy shop to check it out. Also, return tomorrow to my channel as I will have a full flip through video as well as let you see all the ephemera.
If you enjoyed this tutorial, give me a thumbs up if you did, leave me a comment and subscribe, and I will see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.